Good afternoon and welcome to Business. My name is Odilia Ntiamwa. With the preponderance of financial institutions in the country, one may be spoilt for choice as to where to get access to capital to start a business. But it's not the only thing that's available to businesses. On Break It Down, we explore some more.
When she studied in London, she found out that during the war, the women preserved lots of food to keep them through the war. And therefore, she came back with the idea that she...
Well, so I've been operating a business for several years as a business person, even from school. And now there's always been a worry as to how to access funding. Well, so the initial one, I started with me and my best friend. And then, well, I started doing the business myself. But if I really want to scale up, what are my options? We're looking at access to funding, right?
Yes, sources of capital for businesses.
Okay, so take it over.
With the sources of capital for business, there are two broad areas that you can look at. That is debt capital and then equity capital. What really does this two mean to you who would want to start a business? That Philip is going to be explaining to us.
Okay, Norman, thank you very much. So two types: debt capital, equity capital. What's equity? What's debt? Equity is very simple.
Any money. You guys are looking dapper.
Thank you very much.
I hope you're not using equity capital to get.
No, at all. This is my well-earned salary.
Okay,
thank you very much. So, like I was saying, two types: equity capital, debt capital. Equity has got to do with your own money or an investor's contribution into your business, and debt, as the name sounds, has got to do with some borrowing, taking money from someone or an institution. Now, with equity, there are several types. Like Odelia said, she started a business with she and her best friend. So you can get money from family and friends, from your own personal savings. You can go onto the stock market. And it will interest you to know that the Ghana Stock Exchange has what we call the Ghana Alternative Market, where small businesses come to for capital. Apart from that, you can also go to venture capital companies to raise money from them, or you can go to business investors or business angels. These are people who literally give you money for free. That's what we have for equity capital. Now for debt capital, like the name suggests, it's got to do with some borrowing. You're going to pay some interest back on your business. However, as a starting business or a startup, it's advisable not to take money or not to borrow money or start with debt capital. The most prudent way is equity capital. Put your own money inside the business. If the business goes down, you've lost your own money. You stand up again and you do it all over again. You have to risk it to get a biscuit. Now with debt capital, there are 5 different types, or let me not say 5. I've taken 5 for you. There are more than 5. Now, there's what we call bank finance, which we're all accustomed to, going to our savings and loans, our banks to borrow from. We also have what we call microfinance institutions, which we know what they are. And we know microfinance institutions are supposed to help small businesses. We also have public debts, public debts, that's bonds. And we hear the government borrowing all the time. Businesses can also borrow in issue of bonds. We have what we call leasing. Now with leasing, let me give you an example. I want a tractor. I don't want to buy the tractor, but I need it for my business. So I go to a company. He gives me to use for a certain amount, lower than what it will cost me to buy the tractor. After I use it, I give it back to him.
So
and that's it.
The bond issue, the private sector one, who can really go for this kind of bond? Can I raise a bond with my small business?
Well, no. Your business will have to grow for a while. You have to get to a certain level where investors, the investing community, will trust your business fundamentals. Because essentially you are borrowing without any form of security, in inverted commas. Because you go out, you market your company's prospects, and investors bring you money. It's not like you go to a bank and you give them collateral or something. With a bond, you go out, you say, okay, this is my company, we are growing at this level, etc. Then they'll give you the money. So you must reach a certain level of growth as a company before you're able to get money through a bond.
Okay. So if you're thinking of borrowing or starting a business, well, do not borrow. And if you think you have to borrow, let your business grow up to a certain level, and you have to take a risk in order to get what your business.
The biscuits.
Also, I'm Odilia Ntiamwa for Breaking It Down.
And I'm Philip Nanfuri.
I am Norman Akwa-Hayford. Think of it, if you want to borrow or you just want to let somebody lend you some money or you put your own money into the business.
In all ways, you've got to risk it to get the biscuit. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that's how we break it down to other stories. A speech at the United Nations by Esther Oklu in the 1940s on women's poor access to finance led to the creation of the Women's World Banking. Her work with businesses in the 50s also brought about the Association of Ghana Industries. We feature excerpts of her contribution to this nation's growth in industrialization from her daughter's eye.
When she studied in London, she found out that during the war, the women preserved lots of food to keep them through the war. And therefore, she came back with the idea that she should do something similar. And that actually even influenced her processing our local foods to keep throughout the year. But then she also felt made in Ghana goods were not as popular as imported goods then. So she went out of her way to mobilize manufacturers to form an association. And it so happened it coincided with the government asking for a committee to be set up to help manufacturers with their problems. So she advertised in the newspaper and got many manufacturers around, and that was the beginning of what was then the Federation of Ghana Industries, which is now the Association of Ghana Industries, to help manufacturers with problems they are facing, marketing, coming up with data to support their proposals, and asking government to help create an environment that will enable them succeed.
Many more exciting things coming up on the marketplace with Emmanuel Abuajiriafe. 30 minutes of solid business. Please don't miss it. My name is Odile Ntiamwa. Thanks for watching.